We're going live on Friday. What time? 8 a.m.?
8
a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. So the Smash won't be in your inbox. It won't be on YouTube at 1 a.m. Pacific like we usually post. We're going to be live at 8 a.m. Pacific on Friday, so tune in then. Hey guys, welcome to your Daily Smash for Thursday, 10/10/2024. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
10/10. You know what that is?
We graduated marriage in 4 years.
4 years. We got a diploma.
You get a diploma.
We got a certificate of...
MBA. Married but available.
No, you don't get that.
I'm just kidding.
You're not?
I'm just...
You are not available. Take
Not
that
available.
back.
I'm not available.
I know
I'm joking.
people wish you were available.
Oh, yeah. This old lady.
Sliding into your DMs on the reg.
No.
How about those beautiful flowers?
My favorite florist in Newport Beach is CDM Florist, Corona Del Mar Florist. Beautiful. My favorite.
They do such a good job.
Don't they?
Yeah, and they were sent by?
Claudine!
Thank you, Claudine.
Thank you, Claudine.
So nice. I mean, so thoughtful.
She's so thoughtful, so generous, so kind. And her handwriting, not with this card, but when you sent me my birthday card,
Yeah.
she has the penmanship, like the most beautiful penmanship I've ever seen in my life.
Let me guess. Cursive.
But it's perfect. It's like almost like calligraphy. It's like that.
That's cool. That's a lost art.
Isn't it?
I mean, you told me that they're not even teaching cursive in the schools anymore.
Yeah.
Which
But
is,
calligraphy used to be kind of fun when we were kids.
did you do that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, they don't even teach typing anymore.
Yeah. It's too bad. I mean, cursive.
Thank you, Claudine. This is beautiful.
You. 4 years with this beautiful, 5 years really, but 4 years of marriage. Insanely fun. We've had so many adventures.
Think about all the places we've been to.
Yeah. And for a while there, that's all we did, it seemed like, was bounce from place to place to place.
Yeah.
And thanks to Bobby, who watches our show, but also would come here regularly to watch Jolie as we were traveling around the country and around the world.
So my mom, I said, Mom, you're coming with me, right? And she's like, I'm not going. That would be a negative. And I'm like, wait, what? Like,
meaning she's coming with us back from
I said,
Arizona.
Mom, this is what's going to happen. You're coming back with me, and you're going to stay with me for a month or two or whatever. Mm-hmm. She goes, that would be a negative. I don't know if you guys have had parents like this.
Yeah.
But stubborn. Like my grandma was never stubborn like this. This is beyond stubborn, and I know you're watching, Mom, but you need to get your bags when I get there, when we get to Arizona on the 19th.
Yeah.
And you're coming with.
You're coming with. And I just have to say, I love when Bobby's here, because she's very entertaining, she's very helpful, and...
Like, what else are you doing over there?
Yeah.
I mean, what are you doing over there?
And it's still like 100 degrees every day in Arizona, and it's
like 107.
It's nice here.
Get out of there.
Yeah. We interviewed Teresa.
It's like you want to like grab them like this and go, come on, you're coming with. It's like reverse.
Yeah.
It's like I'm the parent and she's the child now. It feels like.
Right.
Doesn't it?
Kinda.
Even though you can't say that to her though, she'll get mad. Don't say that. Why are you talking about me, Kelly? Why are you talking? Why are you telling everybody about this? Because I think everybody can relate. Anybody that has elderly parents and they're stubborn like this,
yeah,
very difficult.
I think people get more stubborn as they age, right?
And then my mom used to say, I'm never going to be like that. I am never going to be like that. I am never going to be like my mom. I'm never going to be like my mom. And you know what? She's worse.
My parents are very stubborn. Very stubborn.
Set in their ways. Why is that?
I don't know.
They don't want to be told what to do? What is that?
I don't know. But
I can tell you, I'm not going to be like that. Watch, I'm going to be like that.
I want to just apologize for being dressed down. I just finished hosting an hour of prime time on Newsmax, the big Newsmax on cable, for Hurricane Milton coverage. And I just changed out of my clothes into something comfortable.
It's hot in that room with all that stuff.
I was sweating in there.
And it's cold here right now, you guys. It's freezing. It's in the 60s.
Transmission equipment in this small office, lights, big lights, monitor, a lot of stuff, and it generates heat. And I do have an AC unit, but it's overtaxed apparently. But we interviewed Teresa Giudice today. How much?
Yes.
That was really fun.
Yeah, wasn't it? It was really fun. She had a good time. And
yeah.
then she calls me back and she was like, "Do you think I'm going to get in trouble with Bravo?" I'm like, "No, we didn't say anything about Bravo. Like,
No.
I don't think you're going to get at all in trouble with Bravo." She didn't say anything bad about her castmate. She just talked about her family member, really.
Yeah, and I think
talked about her brother, which is, that's her brother. She didn't have anything to say like about negative. Real, I mean,
not about
maybe.
the show.
Not about the show. No,
she talked about the drama.
Yeah, she did. But more importantly, I'm excited to watch her on the House of Villains on E, and I think it's every Thursday at 7
at 10.
At 10.
10 o'clock Eastern.
I'm going to record it. I'm going to watch it.
I already set it up.
So it's on
I set
tonight.
up the DVR.
It's on, I think, tomorrow night. I can't wait to see it. She said it was... She was like, first I was like, a villain? I'm not a villain. And then she was like, wait.
But I have to say...
So she recommended me, so we'll see.
You should be on that show.
But she's like, I said, you and Phaedra. No, not her and Phaedra. Kenya. She said, you and Kenya.
Yeah.
Well, we all know who will get picked before me, Kenya.
Good about not
I want to know
revealing.
if she won. She would not tell me a single thing.
No.
And you can't when you're on these shows. You're not allowed to say a thing to anyone.
Right. Or she'd be in violation of her contract probably if she did that.
They charged me. They charged her too. I asked her, and I forgot to say that to everybody. I said, did they ever fine you? Because they fined everybody. Like, I want to know if they they fined everybody. And then here's Ramona. They never fined me.
I wonder who got fined the most.
Probably Tamra. I think Tamra got fined the most.
I want to play a clip from the interview. This is going to be on our Rick and Kelly show this week. It'll be dropping most likely Thursday night or Friday morning. It's a long interview with Teresa, but it's really fun, interesting. She was very honest and open with us about her relationships with her family and the other cast members, but she talked a lot about Joe, and I wanted to play this clip.
Yeah, my brother could do no wrong. I did everything for my brother. When I tell you everything, like cleaned his room, went shopping for him, used to buy his clothes. Like when I first got married, he was at my house every single day. That's how come he was so close with Gia. He adored Gia. He was Gia's godfather. And he was with me the whole time, like always, like looked up to me, always would get my approval for everything.
Do you think you guys will reconcile?
Absolutely not.
Wow, really?
Absolutely not. Yes. No, sorry. I gave him.
Sometimes things are toxic, and it's better just to stay away from each other.
Yeah, no, I've given him plenty of chances. I didn't deserve what he did to me. I mean, to use me as as a storyline, like to come at.
She was definitive. She does not think those two are ever going to be like close like they were before.
Well, you're not close with your brother. I'm not close with my older brother. It happens.
It happens in a lot of families.
It happens in a lot of families. And sometimes when things are toxic and, especially when you don't get along with the in-law, then all hell breaks loose. And sometimes it's just better just to stay away.
Well, in her case, it sounds like the show really helped ruin their relationship. Or maybe his desire for stardom.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know because I can't say. But wait, can we show him the clip of our adventure out to look at appliances? I was dying laughing, okay? Because I get to redo my kitchen.
Yes.
And I wanted certain appliances.
Yes.
And I've done this before many, many times.
Yes.
At the desert house with you when we did it together, we just got the cafe line.
Cafe line, GE.
Very middle of the road, not expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'm going to have my dream kitchen because I cook. I mean, my dream kitchen is really having a log canoe, $100,000
So what's a
thing. That's my dream kitchen. That's
Okay.
okay. But anyway, so I showed Rick the wine cooler and the refrigerator and freezer that I want. And it was true. I wanted true appliances first.
You're cool looking.
And I went in there and the guy, and Rick goes, wait, $25,000 for one cooler? Like one part of the refrigerator, $25,000? And the guy goes, yeah, they're really cool looking, but they're not the best appliances.
Wow.
That's what he said. He said,
Yeah.
for the money.
Yeah.
But I'm like, they look really cool. I just love that, true appliances.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, I've had Viking. I don't like Viking. I've had trouble with Viking. I had Sub-Zero. I had problems with Sub-Zero. And he said that they made Sub-Zeros better.
They're better now.
And then I saw the Thermador, which they have.
I also like the Thermador.
I like the Thermador. But then he shows us this refrigerator. Kind of looked cheap on the outside, but it was really cool. It had things that you pop out. And then it had two things of ice. It had the round ice,
like big balls.
and clear. And then they had the little hats that look like little hat. They look like little hats.
Wait, did I shoot video of that?
I don't think you shot. That was cool though.
It did.
It was a cool.
But we picked out a beautiful refrigerator freezer, 36 inches each, plus an 18-inch wine cooler to go next to them. This kitchen is going to be so
Pimp.
awesome. Pimp. Yeah, with new floors, new cabinets, new counters, new appliances, new lighting. It's going to be
A bar.
a built-in bar with an extra ice maker.
And a huge ass island, which I love.
Yeah, huge island. It's going to be really, really cool. And of course, we'll take you along on a journey as we convert that house. I wanted to share this one comment from Wednesday's show about the hurricane from Peggy Donis, 3539. Great show as usual. Rick, how do the networks protect these reporters who are down in the storm areas? I feel like they are the only ones around, and it is so scary.
I asked him the same question today to him, and tell him about it. Tell him about it.
Well, what I told Kelly was, I chased dozens of storms, probably 35, 40 of them, hurricanes. And the goal was always to get as close to where it was supposed to hit as possible. You wanted to be at ground zero. That was the epitome of hurricane coverage. You wanted to be right where it came ashore so you could be the guy reporting on it. The idiot in harm's way. Like, that was the goal. And no, the only way to keep yourself safe is for you to protect yourself. And there are tricks of the trade. There are ways you can position yourself, for example, in a corner of a couple of walls where no debris can fly by and hit you, like if you're protected against the wind, but you can still see the wind. Probably the best location I ever had was a parking garage behind a casino in Louisiana. And we went up to the top of the parking garage, and there was one of these like cinder block entrances where you go down the stairs, right? So there was like a room at the top of the stairs, and the door would open, and you look out onto the parking deck, the top deck, and there were lights, and you could see the rain, blowing through the lights, past the lights, but the camera. It was my buddy Hollywood was in that little house at the top of the stairs. He was well protected from everything. Dry and no wind, and he was great. And I, when the time came for a live shot, would walk out either all the way out onto the parking deck or closer to the door. But because we were elevated, there was very little debris flying up there. And the camera was dry, and I was relatively safe. Like, that's what you want. But some of these guys I saw reporters tonight standing out in the street, and the thing is, when the wind's gusting, you don't know what it's carrying along with it. Like a stop sign, for example. And if you're standing in the street and a stop sign comes flying down and hits you in the head, what do you think is going to happen? Or a 2x4, or who knows? Like, you really... there's a reason why they tell people don't go out in the storm.
Yeah.
Because it's dangerous. So it's kind of one of the dumbest things that reporters do, quite honestly.
Right.
And I have to say, anchoring hurricane coverage is right up my alley because I have all the experience, but I don't have to get wet. I can just sit in my dry studio and toss to the people who are getting rained on. And I respect their work. I'm glad they're there. It really does add to the story when you can see what the storm is doing firsthand. But standing out in it is a mistake.
Yeah.
It's bad. I'm surprised more people don't get hurt. I did make Hurricane Milton a hot topic because we had this conversation yesterday about climate change. And Kelly's like, because they blame it on climate change.
Well, I just have a big problem because Al Gore came up with this, won the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah.
And he has like a 64,000 square foot home. He has a jet plane.
Mm-hmm.
He has this huge major carbon footprint, more than any of us.
It was like 100 times the average
And
American.
I just find it to be propaganda. I think it's another way for people to get taxed. Do I think we should care for our environment? Absolutely. I think that, there are things that show, the ice caps are melting or whatever. But I also believe that it's another way of the government getting their hand in your pocket. So there's always been changes through time.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Ice ages. 100 years ago, the same thing happened in Tampa.
Right. The worst storm to hit Tampa on record before Milton was 1921, 103 years ago. Was there climate change in 1921?
Yeah.
Of course not. There were 3 years in a row in the 20-teens, like 5-10 years ago, where there was not a single major storm. So if climate change is creating all these monster superstorms, then why didn't we have one for 3 years? If everything's elevated and all of this is because of climate change, why wouldn't we have a major storm for 3 years? Why was there a quiet period? Well, because there are quiet periods throughout time. And why was this storm a 5 and went down to a 3 before it hit land? Well, there are atmospheric conditions and all that explains it. But you can't just sit there and say, well, you see climate change every time there's a hurricane, because it's not fair.
I like how people are saying that they're putting things in the atmosphere and the gases are causing that to
the
happen.
Conspiracy theories?
Yeah.
Yeah. What incentive would the government have to seed clouds to make them worse, to create a worse hurricane that we then have to pay for? The government has to pay for. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you think they're really going to go all that trouble? They can barely fly a plane through the storm to record the wind speeds. You think they're going to try and make it worse? It just doesn't make sense to me.
I know. There's just so many conspiracy theorists.
Yeah. In the news now.
In the news. Wait. Really quick.
Oh, what?
I just have to bring this up. What I loved about Teresa's interview today is that she said that she got PTSD doing that villain show.
Oh, yeah.
Because she was like in house arrest. And I am so claustrophobic. I am so claustrophobic that I would freak out. I don't think I would be able to handle it.
Well, she said she recommended you for that show. So what if they call you and say, will you do it?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think I could. I'd be like, I'm out.
No.
I'm tapped out.
No, because the longer you stay in, the more money you make. I'm going to need you to tough this thing out. Honey, we got to put food on the table. But really, because you're in it. It's not like you're in prison. You're in a home.
But I don't think I could stay in this house for a month, like in house arrest. I would feel so claustrophobic.
She said that
There's no way.
She said
when she said that it took me for a little.
Really,
like, maybe I don't want to ever do this show.
It resonated with you?
Yes.
How about when she said, if you were the villain of the week, you got to leave the house, and you could pick 2 people to go with you. Listen, I feel like
I want to watch this.
You could be villain of the week, hands down, no problem.
All right, I'm going to escape the villain of the week.
And then you get to leave the house for, I don't know, 5 minutes. But you then asked her, and I wanted to talk to her more about the prison situation. Because when you asked her if she felt that same kind of claustrophobia in prison, she had a very different answer.
Yeah,
remember?
she did.
She was like, God works in mysterious ways. And you have to watch the interview. It's really good.
Yeah.
On the Rick and Kelly Show on Patreon.com. Okay, in the news now.
In the news.
I picked this because you're a Vegas person. You used to go all the time. Did you ever stay at the Tropicana?
I did. Yes, it was right across the street from the Excalibur.
Yes. Well, you'd know better than me. I mean, I've been there many, many times. I don't think I ever stayed in the Trop, but I gambled in the Trop.
Yeah, it was cute. It looked like little Beverly Hills. It had little flamingos outside. It was cute.
I have stayed at the Flamingo.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking the Flamingo.
Well, the Flamingo is now the oldest, I think the oldest hotel in Las Vegas, in the new part of Las Vegas. Let me just get to the article. The former famed Tropicana Casino in Las Vegas was demolished 6 decades after opening.
Wow.
It's one of the longest standing and most historic hotels in Las Vegas. Went out with a bang on Wednesday. Demolished to make room for a new Major League Baseball stadium. Did you know Vegas is getting a baseball team?
No.
I didn't either, and I forgot to look up which team's going to Vegas. I don't even know. Smashers? What team is moving to Las Vegas?
And how brilliant that is, because if you want to sell, like the reason why Artie Moreno doesn't sell the Angels is because of tax reasons, was one of the reasons. But
you don't have to pay
income,
taxes?
yeah, state income tax.
The infamous mob-era resort was reduced to rubble just after 2:30 a.m. in an elaborate and colorful 22-second-long controlled implosion that featured 555 drones and a fireworks display to celebrate its long-standing legacy. I watched a video of the fireworks. It went on for like 6, 7, 8 minutes. And I'm like, when is this thing going to fall down? And I was recording the video to show it. Mm-hmm. And the video I was recording never got to the point where the thing fell down. So then I had to find another video to record that actually shows it falling down. And here it is.
The famous Tropicana Casino was reduced to rubble this morning, marking the first casino implosion in the city in nearly a decade. The event included fireworks and a drone show. Opened back in 1957, the infamous resort closed its doors for good earlier this year on April 2nd. The space will now be used for a 33,000-seat Major League Baseball stadium for the relocation.
Isn't it weird, like how old those, like the nostalgia, it's so cool at first. Like think about it, like the Riviera was like cool.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day, or I remember going to with my grandma with the Lions, the Mirage. The Mirage when I was little was like, this place is amazing. And then all of a sudden now it's like ghetto.
Yeah.
Or like in the 1990s when I was in high school, the Luxor was a cool thing.
Yeah. That's the pyramid one, right?
Yeah. In the 90s.
You don't want to go anywhere near that place now.
And it just, things get like ghetto and old quick.
Now, Old Vegas has some cool old ones that will always probably stay there because that's the
hub.
That's the mood, the vibe of that area. They want to preserve it. But the Tropicana opened.
You don't think they'll ever close that Stratosphere?
I don't know. Good question. I don't know.
It's a dump. The whole area is a dump.
It is. Yeah, we stayed in one of those dumps.
We did.
The Tropicana.
We played pickleball.
For a pro tournament, Kelly was a.
The rooms weren't bad. It was just the area.
Yeah. The area is a little sketch. The Tropicana opened on the iconic Vegas Strip in 1957 as the largest casino in Las Vegas at the time, drawing an elite crowd of high rollers and celebrities. 3 stories at the time, 300 rooms split into 2 wings. Quickly coined the Tiffany of the Strip for its opulence.
How funny.
Yeah. I mean, you compare that to what's out there today.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And that was before you were born.
It was. It's even older than me, or was. Rat Pack, close ties with famed mobster Frank Costello, who was shot in the head in New York weeks after the Trop opened.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
While he survived, police found
Who
a piece
is that?
of...
Is that a
He was a
gangster?
mobster. Police found a piece of paper with the Tropicana's exact earning figures in his coat pocket.
Which were they? What was it? Can you read it?
By the it doesn't say, but by the
Right here.
No, I'm getting to that. By the 1970s, federal authorities investigated mobsters in Kansas City. Remember we were watching Ozarks and they were talking about the Kansas City mob?
Yeah.
It's a real thing. Would charge more than a dozen mob operatives with conspiring to skim nearly $2 million in gambling revenue from Las Vegas casinos, including the Tropicana. Anyway, it shuttered on April 2nd. Oh, John Fisher owner of the A's.
Oh, I know him. I met him.
Called Wednesday's implosion the first in nearly a decade an important milestone as the baseball affiliation collaborates with Bally's to relocate to Las Vegas.
Wow. I've met him before.
But that's the Oakland A's, right?
Yeah.
The A's.
Yeah, I met him. I met him with...
You know everybody.
I met him at Artie's thing.
Oh, okay. Well, so the A's, we answered our own question. It took a while. Sorry. Are going to Las Vegas. And we're going to bed. Thanks for watching.
We're going to go watch The House of Miltons.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, love. Thank you. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you for all you do.
Yeah.
Buying me chicken fingers tonight.
Oh, I bet. Raising Cane's. Have you ever had Raising Cane's?
It was good. She
They have
heated
this
it up.
Texas toast.
She was
Delish.
She was like,
I ate it.
"What can I bring you back? I'll bring you back." You had to run some errands. She's like, "I'll bring you back some food." I was doing my show, and I was like, "Could you bring me some chicken fingers?" I just had a craving for chicken fingers. So thank you.
I went to Raising Cane's.
Yeah.
It's so good. Raising Cane's is so good.
Enjoy our anniversary, everybody.
Bye, guys.
See you tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow, Friday Live.
Oh, yeah. We're doing Friday Live.
Friday Live. We're going live on Friday. What time? 8 a.m.?
8.
8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. So the Smash won't be in your inbox. It won't be on YouTube at 1 a.m. Pacific like we usually post. We're going to be live at 8 a.m. Pacific on Friday, so tune in then.
All right. See you then.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.